Hello, hi everyone. This is Alashola Omio. Wonderful to have you, beautiful people here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I believe I'm live now. Anyway, wonderful to have you guys here. In this video, I will be talking about Orunmila and Odu, Igba Iwa. Hi, hi, Princess. Lovely having people here. Wonderful, wonderful people. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Ifa, and not only Ifa. I think the video is will be dedicated to Odu. For you guys that are familiar with Ifa traditional religion, as in Yoruba, so you guys would be here. You would probably have heard about Odu in Ifa. So it's wonderful to have you, and for new people that are not actually, I'm going to try to do the best that I can to do this live broadcast in the way that, you guys can still be able to pick up, one or two things there. And if it does resonate with you, please feel free to do your own research, read books, and, we have a lot of info these days on Google, on our website. Oh, Laide, how are you, my darling? Baba mi. Odu, don't look at me, Daddy. Odu that we spoke about. So I'm here because of her, because of our father, Orunmila. So like I said earlier on, I will do the best that I can. So for people that are already familiar with Ifa, I'm sure you guys had lots of about Odu, and therefore people that are actually I'm sure if you have been to Igbodu, like me, then you probably would have, because there's no way, there's no initiation that's completed without you going to Igbodu, and you would definitely need to encounter Odu, when you're at Igbodu. So like I said earlier on, I'll try and do this video in the way and manner that lay people, people that have not actually had, maybe had little about Ifa, or probably they've not even heard about Odu, they will still be able to pick on, two things from this video. Wonderful to have you guys here, beautiful people. Laide baba mi, so like I said, Odu, she's from what Ifa told us, she was one of the Irumales, that came. When you talk about Irumales, you're talking about Oshun, you're talking about Lalu, you're talking about Shango and Obatala, So, but she was a female deity, Odu, and she's I think her role, she's more known as the Orumila's wife, Iyawo Babani. You see, I think is in that role that was actually what. Up to even as we speak, that is still the road that for anybody into Ifa would, that is where. And then also when you are having divination, you come across her in Ofumeji, very popular. That's in this video I'm going to try to briefly talk about what she stood for, what we gain, what happened, our relationship with Orunmila, and how, like I always say in my videos, it's always good the way that I see it. When we look back on the way that our ancestors, they've lived their lives, the legacy they left behind, and everything that they did. I mean, obviously they weren't perfect, but the majority of the stuff that they did that worked for them, if we can sort of follow in their footsteps, I'm sure this world would be, a better place, compared to what it has become, So you're probably going to see me kicking a bit of Yoruba here and there. This is a Yoruba airplane. Baba mi Oloye Elebu Ibon Ogbo Ato. Baba mi, I can see you, lovely people here. Sorry guys if I'm not calling names. I just would like to focus on this video. So as we're told, when Orunmila wanted to marry our Yami, because that's what I call our female goddess, just like the way I call our male, they're my fathers, the Babami. So when Orunmila wanted to marry Igba Odu, now when, if you guys are people that are already into Ifa, Orunmila is a grand priest. Without Orunmila, there's no Ifa Gongon Orunmila. You see, so from what we learned in Odu Ofumeji, and what we're told was when Baba, that is Orunmila, when he wanted to get married to Odu, as a grand priest back in those days, from what we were told, somebody like our father Orunmila, being a very, very powerful grand priest, they don't, the way that what I've learned so far, they just don't marry women or for the sake of they can confess. No. You must have certain qualities. You must have power. Otherwise, what are you coming there to do? You see. So from when we were told, even when you look back at Baba, there was a time that we had in Ifa that he was married to a goddess Ajay. Also. You see. So when you look back at the history, you will see that Baba had a lot of wives, but I can guarantee you, none of them, they are all powerful women, goddesses, very, very powerful, up there. So I think when he wanted to marry Odu for Igba Iwa, he, I believe, did a divination to find out, that, okay, this Odu that I want to marry, what kind of a woman is she? Even up to today, I am on Ifa. There's nothing I would do that I would not consult Ifa first, you see, just to guide me and then, at least let me know if I'm on the right track or, if I shouldn't do this, blah, blah, blah. That's the purpose of me or anyone going to Igbo to get your own Ifa Ifa out, so that it will guide you through your life, so that when you're making decisions such as marriage or, even if when it comes to business, it's always good you have Ifa there as a guide. So I believe this is what Orunmila did, from what we were told. And then Orunmila learned that, look, this Odu you say you are going to marry, that, you have to make an offering, before you can go there, because she's a very, very powerful woman. And then, so that her power, when you eventually marry her, she would use it to support you in the work. As we know that Baba is a Babalawo, grand priest, is a very, very powerful Baba, a healer, a medicine man, whatever you want to call him, Baba Orunmila. So I believe he needed from the woman that he marries. They are powerful in the sense that I think the power they have would sort of complement his work as a grand priest also. You see, our Dotun Odutayo, lovely having you guys here. So Baba kokon fe yan kokon just pe tori ọmọ ele ma wa pa gan. No. Ori láti lágbára, you must have certain qualities, and I believe spiritual power is one of it. You see, so that you can, together they can team up, and then whatever power that she has in that sense, she can use that to support Baba in his work as a grand priest. You see, so and I believe that was the from what we were told. I wasn't there, but from what we learned in Ofumeji. So when Baba was told that, look, if you can, Baba, before you can marry Odu, you have to complete this offering, otherwise, so that her power that she has, she would use it in a way that would benefit you, complement the work that you do, Baba, and will not harm you. You see, because power, like I always say, the way that I see power is nothing bad in it. It depends on who the possessor of that power. You see, so when some people say, "Oh, that power is good," "Oh, Ajay is this," "Oh, Eshu is that," so then I always just think they are ignorant, because when you look at it, power is it's like you have a gun in your hands, And the way and manner that you go about using is a weapon, isn't it? It's a powerful tool. Same thing is spiritual power. It's the way you go about using that power. That's what determines the outcome. So it's not the power itself that's bad. So someone say, for example, someone has a power and they've decided they're going to use it to do, cause harm, havoc all over the place, or my bad in your journey. Then that is their preferences. It's nothing to do with that power. So someone that's got a gun now, they decide to start to be going out shooting people. Well, when the law caught up with them, then they've committed crimes. However, a gun is not really a bad thing. It's meant to, like, you can use it as a protection. So when it comes to harm or whatever, you can use it to defend yourself, or so the same thing with the way that I see spiritual power. So in the case of our Ifa and Odu, I believe that was where Baba Orunmila was concerned about, so that he's been told, Ifa has told him that, look, this Odu that you want to marry, Orunmila, she's a very powerful woman, because if you make this offering, so that when you marry her, she would use that power to support what you are doing in a very positive way, and not to come and destroy whatever it is that you are doing. So Baba Orunmila now, Baba Gbongoni, so he did as Ifa has advised him to do. So moving forward, we heard that he married, after their marriage, they settled down. But obviously, Baba has other wives in the household. He wasn't just married to Odu. He has other wives. You see. So, from what we were told, one day, Baba was not at home, and I believe maybe Odu was probably like a favorite, or it could be because of the power that she has, that Baba Orunmila will probably spend more time with her, So, but I believe what we were told was, the other wives, one day when Baba was not at home, they started their trouble. I believe they started to fight Odu. The fight must have gone so bad, she was really, really angry, and then she left home anyway. From what we were told, when Baba came back, he looked everywhere for Odu. He couldn't find her in the house. So he then asked the other wives, where is Odu? And then they said, they don't have any idea. They don't know where she is. They don't know where she has gone. In fact, they've not actually seen her all day, which was a blatant lie, because they were the one, they were fighting her, and then she probably had enough, and they just left. Anyway, to cut long story short, Baba was worried. He was looked everywhere for his wife. He was looking for Odu everywhere. Nobody knew where she was. Eventually, we had issue. Issue was there for people. That's a legua. In my Odu Ifa Osalugbe is actually my father. I love him to bits. So he saw Orunmila worried, looking for his wife, and then she knew where Odu had gone, and then so he called Orunmila and said, look, I know where she is, and if you follow this way, blah blah blah, you will find her. Eventually, hi Latoya, hi sweetie, lovely having you here, my beautiful, lovely. How are the kids? I'm talking about Ifa today, Odu actually. So as I was saying before, saying my Toya there. So anyway, the boss was looking. He looked and then followed the trail where she told him where Odu had gone. By this time, before we were told, Orunmila was worried, because he couldn't, he was probably worried, where is Odu? Eventually, he found her, and then he asked her, why did you leave the house? Blah blah blah, and she said, look, she couldn't cope anymore with your other wives, and that it was after you left home that they started fighting her, that she just couldn't take any more of the trouble, and then only God know what other stuff they were calling her different names, and she said she just had enough of it. That wasn't what she signed for when she agrees that she was going to marry him. And so Baba said, so in a nutshell, she said she wasn't coming back. So Baba started to beg her, look, come. It would, it wouldn't be like that anymore. He would have, talk with the other wives. He would make sure that never happens. Blah blah blah. From what we were told, Odu said she was not coming because she said she has already settled down where she was, and she was actually happy there. She has a peace of mind that she doesn't want to go back. Anyway, from what we're told, Orunmila begged and begged. Eventually, Odu said, okay, she will come back, but she has condition. It wouldn't be like when she just agreed to marry him with no condition, and then when she got to his house, she was encountered with all the trouble that started there. That if she will only come back if Orunmila will agree to the terms and condition that she was going to give him. Otherwise, she said she's just happy where she is now. She was not going to come back. Baba said, okay, fair enough. What are the terms and conditions? I just want you to come back home. I want you to come back home. So the condition that Odu gave Baba that day, is still happening as we speak. Because if you are in Ifa initiate, if you're Awo, because which I'm one, there are a lot of stuff that goes on during the ceremony that Odu play a big part of it. Actually, it's not only during the ceremony, up till when they want to initiate a new Awo, that's a Babalawo, it would be, they'll have to, yeah, you're right. Odu was one of Orunmila's wife. Yeah, that's what we're talking about here, my darling. Arewa. So as I was saying, part of the condition that Odu gave Baba was that, hold on, I tried to put point down. I don't like when I do a show, and then I found out at the end that there's some points that I didn't mention. So Odu told Orunmila that the other wives are never allowed to see her, as in with their naked eye, face to face. I think Baba Orunmila had a big compound, so they probably had like a chalet of accommodation where they all have their own space. So Odu was told Baba Orunmila that, look, if I come back, you tell this to your other wives that they are not allowed to come near, or let alone to come and be looking and be seeing her. That if they should come and look at her, they were going to go blind. So Baba said, fair enough, he can arrange that. That could be sorted out. He would control. He would inform his other wives to just go and come near her. That would not be a problem. Also, Odu told Orunmila that the other wives, they would be the ones to cook her food. All the food, but once they cook the food, they are not allowed to eat part of it. They just need to cook it, because she's not going to be cooking anymore. You see, otherwise, if Orunmila doesn't like that, she you can just bugger off. So, but Orunmila said, okay, fair enough. They will cook the food, they will not touch it. Okay, that's fine. Hold on a second. I was thinking when the first time I heard this tale, I was thinking, I love my mother Odu. That's something that I would do. She was giving them condition like normal business. 1 second. Also, she said non-initiated are forbidden from ever seeing her. Even Omoifa, as we speak today, if you are Awo, for you to see, even after you go initiated into Ifa, you have to wash your face with omiorocks before you can look at Odu. Because if you don't, you will go blind. I mentioned the area where the other wives, they have to cook food. They have to cook Odu's food, but they are not allowed to taste or touch any of it. And even when they are bringing the food, they should just leave the food by the entrance to a chalet and leave. then she'll come and get her food herself, you see. So Orunmila said that's fine also. And also issue, you know, when she first left the house, when she was, and the other wives were fighting her, and she left, she ran away because issue told Orunmila her secret, i.e. her whereabouts, because it was only issue that knew where she had, you know, gone after she, you know, got angry and left the house, left Orunmila house. So because issue now told a secret to Orunmila, you know, remember when Orunmila was looking everywhere for her and no one would, you know, was Eshu that came to Orunmila. You know, Eshu and Orunmila, they are pali, you know, they are best of friends. So I'm sure Eshu probably would not, you know, like seeing his friend, you know, in that kind of distress, and he knew where his wife was, Odu, that, you know, he was looking for. Where is Igba, Igba Iwa, where is Odu, you know. So because of the fact that Eshu disclosed where she was to Orunmila, so from that day, Eshu now was part of, he got his own condition also. So now anywhere they are feeding Odu, or you're making any appeasement for Odu, Eshu is not giving any of the offering. Because for people that are into Yoruba traditional religion, you know with Ifa that there's no appeasement that you make or any ebo. The first person that will eat out of it is Eshu. Otherwise, nothing's going to happen. All of whatever distress, adura yin oni gba. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kádúrà gbogbo wa gbà, you know, so that for your prayers, whatever it is that you, the reason and the purpose why you are making that ebo and itutu, so stuff will go well. Don't forget, he's the master of crossroad, you know, so he knows he is in charge, you know. So, but because of what happened, because he disclosed her whereabouts, Odu's whereabouts to Orunmila, so Odu also banned Eshu that, look, Eshu is not ever allowed to eat part of our food, never again. So now, like I said earlier on, if they are making appeasement for Odu or Ebo or Tutu, whatever, as long as it's Odu food, Eshu is not allowed to be given any of it. So also, you know, when you look at it, they are to appease and feed Odu whenever they needed favor. You know, as we were told in Ile-Ife today, as I believe I was chatting with Laide, you know, yesterday, there is this compound, like a family where they have, up to today, you know, the children there, they are the children of Odu. They are giving chieftaincy title, believe something to do with Awo, you know, Awo Olodu. Yeah, it's at Ile-Ife. You know, so I believe those are the children of Odu, you know, from her lineage, you know. So they also, there's an annual, a must do annual appeasement for her. So even though if you have your own Odu, like all Babalawo, obviously, if you are a Babalawo, you must have Odu. If you don't have Odu, then you are not complete. I just you are not even Babalawo, you know. So you must all Babalawos have Odu, you know, because Igba Iwa is the highest possible energy implement that and Ifa priest or priestess can receive. You see. So before, I believe after you're training as a Babalawo, you know, hi Carla, lovely having, you know, beautiful people here. It's been a while. Oh my God, wonderful having you guys here. Ekaleo, Yoruba will say ekaleo. We're going to the morning now, we'll say ekaro. That is in the morning, ekaro. Anyway, don't let me jump to something else. So those are some of the conditions that Odu gave Orunmila. You see, when you look at that, initiation into Ifa cannot be performed without the Odu, Igba Iwa, being present and used to facilitate and authenticate the process. I remember when I went into Igbodu, that was how many years back? I can't, maybe 15 years or something or more. You know, because I, you know, you have to close your eyes as a woman when you are in Igbodu. You are not allowed to open your eyes. You know, it was you know, that was ages ago. You know, so I am very familiar with our mother Odu, you know, here. And as a woman also, you sort of not resonate. You sort of, they can imagine where she was. So don't forget, she's not just ordinary any woman out there. Very, very powerful, from what we're told that in Ifa Ofumeji. Even, very powerful woman, Odu. Very, very powerful. So it could be part of the reason why the other wives were jealous also. But she was, she left when she couldn't handle it anymore. And then, because her husband wanted her back, she put down her foot and said, look, at first she was not going to come back, because she said she has already settled, very capable. She said she settled where she was now, that she's got her life settled there. She doesn't want anything to disrupt her again, that, she loved Orunmila, but she was not going to be coming back. But it was after Orunmila was begging. You can imagine, how our men can do when they want something. I can imagine how Baba Orunmila will be begging, hello, my sweet darling, please, let's go home. Anyway, when I was reading that part, I was just, I felt for Baba Orunmila, because we were told that he was really distressed when he didn't see his wife at home, because I love him too. He's my father, isn't it? So, but when you hear this kind of a love story like this, and then you look at the way things are being done these days, in Isheshe, all this really African religion, it's everything has changed. You see, from what we were told, Baba Orunmila, he recognized and appreciate that, look, women, they have their power, and so even when he married Ajay, I could count a few goddesses that he marries, and the way he went about it, that even you wouldn't mind to marry him to be maybe wife number 5 or whatever, because of the kind of person that he is. He was, he still is, that very, very loving, very humble, very patient. It's not like these days that if you see the way women are being treated, in some of this circle, it's disgusting. You wouldn't even want to, even if you knew that you are going to be his only wife, you probably don't. There's some of them you don't even want to be near them. Let alone you now heard that they have like 2 or 3 other wives, and you want to make you number what? You have to tell them to piss off. You see, but from what we were told, you see, I think that's when men were men. Sorry, guys. For you men on this platform, I'm not. I would never do that, because you guys are my father, my sons, and brother also. But I still have to say this, because when you get into that circle, this is what I've seen. It's still happening as we speak. And that is why, the value, things are not, they're not working out the way they should, because when, as a woman, or it doesn't matter even if you're a woman or a man, if you know that your contribution is not going to be appreciated, then you don't want to get involved, because you'll be thinking, what's the point of me, all my efforts to do this, and at the end you're still going to be telling me I'm nothing. Then I'll be, whatever, if you need my help, I'll be looking at you as if I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care, because I'll be thinking to myself, go and sort it out yourself. Pardon me, because that for sure that no matter how the effort you put in it, at the end they're still going to tell you, so, but it wasn't like that back in the days, from what Ifa told us. Our fathers, you can imagine, look at Ifa Orunmila. You see, he had, I don't know how many wives, but you see, he was forever gentle, loving, with them. You see, very intelligent human being, peaceful. That's the way he will come across. You can't help but fall in love with it. You probably wouldn't mind to be wife number 1, because he's going to treat you right. Everything is going to be fine. It's not, there's some that can't even manage 1 wife, and you see, they've got 5 wives. I'm thinking, bloody hell. How's that gonna pan out? And then you get to the household, it's like you are in a World War III, like a war zone, be like an asylum where ọgbà wèrè, ilé olórogún ọgbà àwọn wèrè. You see, everybody's just, running around, like headless chicken all over the place. You see. Anyway, don't let me go in there. So it is used as a check. It's also Odu. Today, it's used as a check and balance over who should be initiated as an Ifa priest, and only given to those who have demonstrated and achieved the wisdom and knowledge necessary to use this potent force. You see. So from beware of all these fake people. They will say, "Oh, we have fake Igba Iwa." Majority of them they're not what it should be, because these days people want to use anything or see anything just to get fast money. But so for people that are on this path, that's another thing I would like to advise, that do your findings properly. Do your research. Don't just emak on larimo. Don't just go ahead into this. A lot of people are there now. They will even say they will going to give you Igba Iwa. You don't have to be whatever it is. But if they make one, I can assure you that it will not be as effective as what it should be, because the power, the force that should come with it will not be there. And by that time, you probably would have paid them thousands of pounds or dollars or naira. You see, so that's why it's always good to do your findings, and then do your research, and before you want to proceed when it comes to stuff like this. You don't have to. I don't have the Igba Iwa, you see, but because that is, if you are sitting down there, that I don't have to want to have it. No, I have my Ifa here in this house with me as I speak. I want to do divination, you use it, blah blah blah. You see. But the way that I see it, in here, because I'm based here in UK, I do go home often. But in this house, I have majority of my orishas here. You see, but all of my orishas that I can shift. Like my issue now is not here. You see, even though I have my Ifa here, so I can still feed my Ifa here. But my issue is because it's the one that lives outside. You see, very big, massive one. My issue that I have for my Odu Ifa. So it's not everything that you can shift and move, so that's why it's a good thing to, when you are spiritual like this, your energy is high, so that it doesn't matter whatever it is, you can still do what you need to do. And that is where my yamis come in there, the power that you have with my, for my yamis, you're able to move. You don't have to, go physically like this, you can still move around, which is, very, very powerful stuff. When it comes to my yami, that's another topic. I've done a lot of videos, maybe like 2. For you guys that are new, you can go on my YouTube channel. I think even on the Lashola here on Facebook, that I will have videos of my yami there. Oh, hello, Queen Mother. Good evening, Ma. Your Highness. Coleman, lovely to have you, Mommy. Oh, lovely having you here. Queen Mother, it's been ages. I know. How are you, Mama? Lovely to see you here, Mommy. Oh, that's our Queen Mother there. This is, as I was talking about Odu today. Orunmila's wife, one of our Orunmila is very powerful goddess, deity, and I love her to bits. You see, and then when you look back, when you look at just like a Queen Mother here, as a woman growing up in Africa, before I came over here, is that I always when you talk about, I'm being born into a royal family also, I knew I could see men doing majority of everything and always trying to oppress the women, and I was sort of, I think, headstrong I could be. So I was, when I learning about our orishas, I wanted to get more close to our female goddess. Then I found out Oshun was my mom. So the one that I could see the powerful one. So for me, they were like a inspiration to me. That look, even in the face of all of that, you can still hold your head high, and put your foot down and still achieve. It doesn't matter because you are a girl, growing up in Africa, or a woman. That shouldn't City Mommy, that shouldn't, your life purpose you can still make it happen. Just you need to be more determined. You need to work more harder, and more resilient. And you must have focus and vision, and have a determined, know what you're going out there for, and and what maybe work a bit more harder than you should, but you can still achieve that. You see, so for me, learning or talking about our female goddess, or like a Queen Mother is here now. Don't get me wrong, I love our fathers, but because if you've ever been to Africa, if you see the way women are treated over there, you understand what I'm talking about. You see, so so I just wanted to be growing up, because I have a girl, my daughter also, I wanted to be like what they could look up to. That look, it doesn't matter because you're a woman. Look at the Queen Mother, coming on here. All our goddesses, they were able to do it. All their names are still down here. It will never, it'll forever be in history. You see, so you can still achieve it too. You just need to stay more focused, more resilient, more determined. What's the other word I was looking for? So that you know what you want and you don't let nothing stand in your way in achieving that. You see. So for me, when I come out here, like that is not. I mean, most of the topic that I do, I always like I need to have something there to bring to the table. Otherwise, I would not. But there are some that are very close to my heart, like what I'm talking here today, guys, because it has a lot to do with Odu, you see. And from where you can imagine, when she was married to Orunmila, we heard that Baba has a lot of wives. You see, when you talk about that, they didn't even see like 4 or 5. So I'm thinking they probably, big numbers. But she was still able to stand out. That we are here today, we're talking about her contribution, even as we speak in Ifa tradition. You see, for me, she's like my hero. She's like a big inspiration for me. Because she put her foot down. She said, this is what I want. This power that I have, I don't mind to use it for us to work together, but I'm not going to be living under that kind of condition. Well, I'm not saying drive them away, but please, this is it. This is that. Yeah. Determination, yeah, Toya. You see. And then she was still able to marry to her husband, which is Orunmila. But at the same time, she was able to. She has her own terms and conditions. Now, look, I'm not going to all of this. Whatever you want to call them, they're not allowed to be coming. Fighting me. I don't want to see them in my challenge. If they come near, they come and look at me with their naked eye. They're going to go blind because she has the power. She will do it. Orunmila knows she will do it. So he had to warn the other ones, don't go near Odu. Don't just cook her food. Don't taste any of it. Go and put it by a door or something. Don't even go. If you go and look at her, whatever happens to you is your problem. You see. So, when you look at that, you see, so we can still achieve the way that I see it. I don't think there should be any competition in this world, but there is. There's nothing you can do about that. Because our fathers are our fathers, our mothers are our mothers. It's just the one that I look at some of them that are ignorant, that you would say, women, they are meant to be like your slave. Just get one and marry and they're nothing. And I'm thinking to myself, your mother was a female. That meant she's one of the ones that are nothing also. You see. But without her, you will not be here. You see. Same thing with our father also. Without them, our mothers alone cannot bring us here. They too, so it's about us, appreciating and, and respecting one another, which I don't know when that would be, but we can start from here, Because for me, I don't tolerate anyone disrespecting me, because I will not disrespect you. If you disrespect me, I will tell you to piss off. So, bugger off, you see. And I don't have time for you. So, because I'm not going to disrespect you, and I would not allow you to disrespect me too, you see. So that's what we're going to be talking about here, guys. Wonderful having you guys here. I believe the last few weeks I had a lot going on with moving, and so it's been hectic, but I've nearly got everything ready now, so I can, we can go back to, even if just, I think the last show we did was like a month ago now, So I don't normally go away that, but hopefully things are, more settled now, and I can we can plan on a weekly or at least every fortnightly, Also, I don't want to come out here and just be talking about some topic that doesn't has nothing to do. I don't. I'm a passionate kind of person. If I don't feel about something, I don't want to do it. Especially when it has nothing to gain or from it, just chatting crap. Pardon my language. So as you guys, I know it's a spiritual word that I mean, it's good to be here, also be grounded in the physical, but because a lot of stuff that's happening to us is always decided in the spiritual realm first. What's happening here is just a mere manifestation, you see. So which a lot of people they fail to realize that, and that is why. And then from when things go wrong in that realm, I can guarantee you it will start to affect here in the physical. So I think it's about having balance with. And you don't want to be out there also and not be present here, because so it's about being able to balance yourself and between the two worlds, and so and make sure that you have a balance, set balance there. So that's what we're going to be talking about here, my lovely people. Wonderful how you beautiful people here. For you guys that are aware that I am a spiritualist, I am into Ifa traditional religion, herbs and stuff, hi Adoronke, lovely have you guys here. Sorry if I'm not mentioning names, because if I start to do that, sometimes I just lose track of what I was talking about. So for all your Ifa oracle divination reading, like I said, Ifa never lies. Orunmila is always accurate. I don't know what I would do without Ifa. You see, there are stuff that are happened that if I was not there, like something was going to be happening to he will come and let me know. My yamis are there too, but if I will say, look, this is what's going on, blah blah blah, do this, blah blah, and then once you do that, maybe in a week or two, you see the situation unfolding right in front of you, and you are like, wow. So that for me is a win-win situation. If you have marital issues, it could be your professional life or personal life, and stuff are just not working out, or you just notice that you'll be stagnant where other people are moving ahead and you don't know why. Give us a call here at Alashola. If I is here, form of divination, he would point us in the right direction. He would tell us what's happening, how we go to where you are and the way forward. You see, that's what, like I will always say to you, that's one of the reasons why I love Ifa. In the past that I'll do tarot reading, for me, like I would say, it's frustrating because a card will tell you the problem, but not how you're going to resolve it. For the kind of person that I am, I'm a solution kind of person. You identify there's a problem, okay? What are the problems? Blah, blah, but how are we going to resolve it? Because whoever that has issue, they probably knew already that they may not know to what extent or what particular or where it's coming from. You see, so the only way you can help, even if it's happening to you, is to how you're going to have a solution. So that is where Ifa comes in there. You see, no matter what, if it's you could have like a lawsuit, if it's sickness, whatever it is, a marital issue, love, relationship not going forward. It's you're having dreams. Some people, they are saying now they see themselves. People are having intercourse in their dream, food going on. All of that happen. They are bad omen, but you might not actually know which area and what to do about it. Give us a call here at Alashola. We have a file here. It will direct us, and they will realign us with our destiny. That's what it does. The file is, you can't not lose. It's a win-win situation with Ifa, and so whatever it is, give us a call here. We have on our website also a lot of amulets there, herbs. If you go on the herbs section, just go over there, and whatever it is, if you cannot find whatever you are looking for, you can email me or send me a message on my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is +44 74 80 66 1815. I would my contacts it will be at the bottom of this video. For you guys on YouTube, like I said, I would be I'll be our live broadcast will be on YouTube. But what happened was, I had some of my friends on Facebook, and they were saying to me, "Oh, Alashola, that means," because normally what I would do is I'm doing the video here, I would then go and download it on YouTube, So but the last one that I did, the video, I don't think it's on Facebook yet, so I'm probably going to be alternating. I'll do one show here and I'll do the next on YouTube. Well, wherever I'm going to do it, I will make sure that I put like a notice or something that so you guys will know where I'm going to be. But I will let you know. So it's wonderful having you beautiful people here. Toya, good mother, lovely have you. I don't want to. Sometimes when I'm here on Alashola, I have some spiritual, and I see you wonderful people. It's like it's a fun time for me. That you think, oh my God, we can just wish we can turn this to like a party or something. Wonderful have you beautiful people here. I believe and I pray that we have I love you, sis. We have a blessed, fulfilling, happy week ahead, of us. And I pray, just let's continue to stay safe. People will still use our mask all over the place, But I know alone don't show you, but we too, we can. You can't say, oh, the universe will look after me. We too, we need to do our own path, and then the universe will do the rest. Like I will always say, so people they'll say, oh, because of when you talk about herbs or stones or all of this, I call them the tools. They're like inheritance left for us, from about our ancestors. If you will decide to not to put them to good use, then it's up to us. You see, the universe has blessed us immensely, in the way that we should live our lives. That the time that we're here, we don't have to. It doesn't have to be all bad news every day. There are tools there. There are a living consciousness that we can work together, and then the time that we're going to be here. We will actually enjoy the ride. Thank you, darling. So it's not, but when some people, when you talk about herbs, they say, that is evil. And I'm thinking, well, that's your cup of tea. Because if you are alive today, and whatever you are going through, you're suffering, and you don't want to do anything about it, that's your cup of tea. But the universe has made provision for us. With all of this living consciousness around us, we are all to come together. We are together. We are the universe. And then if we decide not to make use of that, then that's just up to us. You see, it's wonderful having you guys here, and I'll see you next week Sunday. This time is cool for me. It's quite late here in UK, in England, but it's more peaceful. This time, even I could do the show anywhere in the house, but during this time it's always peaceful. The children, they'll be in their rooms, or and I have the whole place to myself, and I can chat with you guys, until whatever time that I wanted to to do that, So I found this time a good time for me. So next Sunday it would be this time also, but I'll let you know if it's going to be on YouTube or on Facebook. So have a wonderful week, my darlings. I love you, I love you, I love you, and stay blessed. Bye-bye.